Hello, and thank you for watching this weather update brought to you by Agrible Incorporated, makers of Morning Farm Report. My name is Eric Snodgrass, and I'm a senior atmospheric scientist and co-founder of Agrible. Let's start up with the last 7 days of accumulated precipitation leading into Wednesday, September 14th. Rainfall is very important to monitor at this time of year for peanuts. Fields along the southeastern coast experienced widely scattered thunderstorms over the last week, so although it looks fairly wet, some fields missed out in southern Georgia and parts of North Carolina. Fields in Alabama, northern Florida were hit and miss with the rainfall too, although southern Alabama and Mississippi did receive quite a bit of rainfall. Fields across the northern half of Texas were another story, as abundant moisture from the remnants of Tropical Cyclone Newton kept fields quite wet, but south central Texas was relatively dry. The latest Drought Monitor did show some improvement across the peanut belt for southern Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina, which are all now drought-free. While this is a great improvement, this region is dealing with a tropical system for the next few days that could produce some very high rainfall totals. Now, as of late Wednesday night, this animation shows the wind field around Tropical Storm Julia, which formed early Wednesday morning. Julia was a bit rare, as less than 2% of all tropical storms have ever formed while their center of circulation is over land. Why this is rare is because tropical systems thrive on heat and moisture transfer from the warm ocean surface, and therefore they almost always form over open ocean. Well, Julia's strong onshore flow will be the cause for potential flooding across some fields along the southeast coastline. The National Hurricane Center has Julia's track meandering just off of the South Carolina and Georgia coast for the next 5 days. So the real question is whether how far Julia's rain bands can actually penetrate into Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina over the next few days. The latest forecast model suggests that Julia's rainfall stays confined to coastal locations, which spares the inland peanut fields from a heavy rainfall event. This animation shows how the heaviest rainfall stays primarily offshore through Sunday. One of the primary reasons for this is the presence of an upper-level ridge sitting over the southeastern United States, which has a clockwise flow that helps suppress precipitation over the southeast. But that flow pattern keeps pumping moisture through Texas, where we're expecting more rain and storms through the next 7 days, especially in the Panhandle, which is already over 200% of normal for rainfall over the last 2 weeks. Now, the southern states stay quite warm through the next 7 days too, as that upper-level ridge really locks in the heat. This animation shows the temperature anomalies, which are differences from normal, through the weekend. Just watch for this overall pattern and you'll clearly see how the southeast stays quite warm in the short term. So when is a cool down coming? Well, we might have to wait until the last week of September before we see a big change in the weather patterns. Interestingly enough, the large cool down that we see here is taking shape right now in southeastern China as once Super Typhoon Meranti gets absorbed into the mid-latitude flow of the jet stream, and 15 days from now produces a trough in that jet stream that causes the cool down at the end of the month. It is really quite amazing to see how weather patterns in our atmosphere are so interconnected. Well, thank you for watching this weather update brought to you by Agrible Incorporated. We aim to provide the most timely and useful weather information so that you can plan your operations efficiently. Thank you.